Good morning. My name is Michael Smith, and I am your instructor for our new course starting today. This course is exciting. It is brand new. This is the first run that I've had with it. And I'm excited to spend this time with you as a lover of history. History is my passion. And as we look forward to the next 8 weeks, we have lots of things in store for us as we try to understand the nature of history. I think most people are not really well versed in history itself, what it is. We think there's one history, one story, when there are many, many different perspectives of that history. You could take 8 historians, walk out onto a battlefield that we know well, say Gettysburg, and they could collect artifacts and details and come back. And while the main facets of that story would remain the same, each of their histories that they would write would be a bit different based upon their perspective, their biases, and things of that nature. And so it's very important that we examine history from that standpoint and realize that when we're reading a textbook, that author has an axe to grind, if you will, or he has a perspective on that history that will make a great deal of difference in your life. You'll see something that you haven't seen before. It's almost like a diamond. When you look at a diamond under a microscope, each time you turn the diamond, there's a different facet that is totally unique, totally different than the one before. So it could be the same diamond, and we take away a lot of different things from that preview. So I want to approach this study from that standpoint, that we get lots of different perspectives and things. There may not be there are sometimes some wrong perspectives. People will go off on a tangent and completely miss the point. And the point is that we need to be discriminating enough to be able to determine what is good, the bad, the ugly of that story. Benjamin Franklin says that we have a civic history. It is in America. It is a story that we tell ourselves about ourselves. And you have experienced that if you're coming from high school and you haven't taken another history course. You're amazed sometimes, why didn't we learn these things in high school? Well, basically, high school history is civic history. It is the short version of America's story, and we don't get to talk about very much of everything. We don't talk very much about Native American history, which I teach and enjoy very much. We don't talk about women's history. We don't talk about African American history very much. It's one narrative that we stick with about how basically America became what she is, but we don't spend a lot of time on the details. So when you're in college, you get the ability to take varied history courses that kind of fine tune, and you get to put on a different set of glasses and look at things in a different way. And so hopefully this class is going to be just that. We get to look at different perspectives. That doesn't give us the freedom to go off and do our own thing. We still have to stay within the bounds of historical interpretation and investigation. There are certain rules that we use as historians. We want context and we want to understand the period that we're talking about, but it doesn't give us the right to go off and make things up. So we're kind of bound by those understandings. And so as we look at this course over the next 8 weeks, we will get some of that. We'll talk about that. We know how that there's a certain way to write. And writing is a big part of any history course. It will not be any different in this one. We're going to work on our history writing, and that's one of my favorite subjects. I have a master's in nonfiction writing, and I'm really excited about that. I love to write, love to tell the story. In fact, I have a book that's going to market even as we speak, and I'm excited about that. That will be a great milestone in my own life. So, as a historian, some of you may be history majors, which would be wonderful to count you among the number in this class, because you are the ones that will be teaching or writing about history in the years to come. And so it would be important for you to bring perspective to the next generation. What a great honor it is to teach this class or teach any class, and that we come together for a period of time. We get to discuss some great things. We get to grow and to see things that maybe we haven't seen before. That's what real education is all about. And so I'm expecting you to put your very best into the course. You will take away from the course in relation to what you put into it. This is not it's not a crip course, if you want to use that term. It is one where you need to read and you need to write and you need to think about that. You'll get a lot of great feedback on your writing and your perspective. And so hopefully by the end of the 8 weeks, we will be somewhere in a good place for you to move into whatever the next level is for your life, whether it be another history course or something else. But the things we will learn here will be tools for your toolkit in whatever field you go into. History is a vital subject. It is absolutely important to our understanding of the world that we live in. And if we don't understand our past, I am convinced that we will not be able to move correctly into the future with the right perspective. So be excited. And I'm always here for you. My phone number and my email are on the site, and I encourage your interaction. This is what will make this course memorable, is if we spend time in communication and asking questions and getting perspective on what we're talking about. And so let me encourage you to do that. I'm a teacher that I don't just put my stuff up and disappear. I thrive on interaction with my students. And so let me encourage you to do that over the next 8 weeks. I will try from time to time to leave a video of just my own perspective. Sometimes it helps for you to hear from me directly. So I will attempt to do that as we go through the course, and hopefully it will be something of value to you. Thank you so much. I'll look forward to seeing you as we start the course tomorrow.